the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
And I'll bet right now there's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 13 carries, 56 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
On second down, Montgomery. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Watson. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So the Colts in great position here as they get things started. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Back at the 20-yard line.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. There'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result was a Marlon Mack touchdown run.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Ball carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame.
His kick.
And he's got it up and through. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 20.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And you can almost hear the sigh of relief. coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on second down. Watson, he'll buy some time right. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
For the field goal, a 40-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Colts, 14.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
19-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
That's the end of
Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Now left side on the swing pass. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Marlon Mack. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
31. A gain of a yard. Brings up second.
Now back to throw. Flush to his right. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 2nd down, it's Mack. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Short of the goal line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown.
Marlon Mack. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
At the 29-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd down.
3rd and 2, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Matt. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
2nd and 12.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Colts are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Philip Dorsett, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Kenny Galladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Something to get in the ball. We'll see if they can do it. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Watson. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. The Texans send the punter out as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. So we've come to an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. And he's found the end zone twice. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Flushed out right. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse.
And it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
After the interception, here's Watson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard.
Operating from the gun. Watson under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Darrell Taylor able to get him for a loss of about 3.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game.
6.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
So here are the Colts to take over. They were losers a week ago to Baltimore, but they lead things here as they start 1st and 10. A run by Mack to start the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
It's 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Now a carry from Mack. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
On 1st down, Watson. And that is incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You've got the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect. But, boy, that was force against force.
And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Watson. He can run for it, and he will. And he is going to have a Texans first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back now in Indianapolis. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a run with Mack. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Escaping the... Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Colts pick it up. And he's got some space here. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. He'll try and run it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Operating from the gun. Watson able to find Switzer. And he is going to have a Texans first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. From the gun, Watson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Face mask. Defense. That's not good enough, man.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
2nd and a yard.
Operating from the gun, Watson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Number 80.
From 4 yards out. And the Texans get a bit closer.
Lining up for the extra
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Forced to the ground.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. They'll run here with Mack. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
No gain on the play. Leads to
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
number 17.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal.
That's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, Those defenders are broke.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is caught. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. From the end zone, Watson got his man there complete to Gallup, and he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Try to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
He'll get this one to Switzer. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing to his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Watson on first down. Open man is Switzer, complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. To throw again on second down. Watson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup.
Watson's pass.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. From the red zone now, Watson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Indianapolis, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And next week, they get to stay home again.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. With the form, spin move, is on go. Go for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off, and go. I had to kick off, and go. With the form, spin move, is on go. Go for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off, and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off, and go. Running it back, never a cap, out of the drought, watching me ball, soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them out, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do, sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew, you need a win, who need a win, that's all we do, I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine, they running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. We stiff on, spin move, is on, go for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show, I had to kick off, and go. I had to kick off, and go. With a stiff on, spin move, is on, go for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show, I had to kick off, and go. I had to kick off, and go. Putting it down for that, time I was down and out, had to bring grinding back, doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at, you know what it
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field, kind of drip is a skill, this the highest cruiser bill, ain't nothing just to heal. Stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from